are you ready for part 3 on this journey of mine through my many failures? More of my highlight reel. Listen up, this one was definitely a memorable moment, but definitely one that has helped shape my life. So while we were going through all the stuff with my son, all those surgeries and being able to move forward with that and finding a church that we could call home and understanding what this whole God thing was all about. And as we started to pursue that, at the same time, we happened to be also pursuing a business. We opened a gym. My wife and I opened a gym back in 2010. And it was a place where people in the neighborhood could go, more of like a training, kind of functional training, if you will. It had ropes and kettlebells and all those types of things, something that was actually new to this area. So we were excited about it. The neighborhood was excited about it, and that was all great. And then about the second year in, my parents who had been down here, I got a phone call from my dad, and he told me that your mom fell. She had a fall. She ended up shattering her leg, and it required a good amount of surgery. And while the doctors did a great job there, unfortunately what happened was, partly between maybe the fall and the medication, or honestly I don't know what, but our worlds just got completely turned upside down. My mom developed some mental health issues, and just to give you a preface that she's okay with me sharing this, is that there was moments of suicide, and it was something that, again, completely threw my direction off course. It broke up our entire family. My wife and I and our kids we were good, but the rest of our family and our external family, it caused complete turmoil. It was so destructive at the time, and something that we were like, I just felt I was failing as a son, I was failing as a father, I was failing, and it was such a hard moment in my life. And at the same time, I was trying to run a gym and trying to make that profitable and make it so I could provide for my family. And it pulled me in a number of different directions. And one of the things I'm very grateful for through the moment, why it's part of my highlight reel, is that there was 2 things through that moment of failure that I felt from myself and my family, as it was literally failing. My entire family was failing. Was the fitness and the faith. Is my wife and I talk about it now. We don't know how we'd be able to deal with all that stress if we weren't able to unleash it, and I say unload it a bit in our fitness and workouts and boxing and hitting heavy bags and having that as an outlet. But even more importantly, part 2 of my story, where we came to know God for the very first time, to know that He cared so much for us that He wants us to cast all of our cares and our anxieties to Him. And I can't tell you, if I hadn't gone through part 2 or my sons, all that went down there, and understanding and coming to my faith, surrendering really my life over, is I don't think I'd been able to get through it, even as much fitness as I had. So, gosh. So again, what's helped shape my life as we've gotten through this, being able to work out and have that fitness as an outlet, and also having faith in God and being able to cast that on Him. I want to share with you how He came through that moment, which is amazing. That my mom is okay. My family has been restored. It's so awesome to think. I've never had a better relationship with my parents in my entire life now, and we've been able to go through those moments. It is something that I'll never forget. So I just want to share this with you and encourage you. Partly, our lives, I don't necessarily feel we're all meant to go through troubles, but we are going to have moments where we feel we're failing ourselves, or maybe failing family members. And I can say is that, gosh, having the fitness component there, and having the faith component there, and having a community of people to surround me when I'm in need. At the end of the day, please just listen to this message. If you're going through struggles or challenges, troubles if you feel like you're failing, don't go through it alone. First off, surround yourself with people who will be there for you. Pursue the fitness part so you can have that good outlet, to be able to unload it and get a good sweat and be able to just release the tension and the pressure. And if you don't know yet, there's a faith component that I can't deny, a component in my life that has become the most important part of my life, how I live my life, how I share my life with others, including this story. So, listen, by no means am I trying to push religion, but I want to share with you how my life has been completely wrecked, but in the best possible way. How my failures have been there for sure, but how I was able to overcome them, to get through them, to live another day. How my fitness has become such a great and important part of that journey, and how developing and discovering a relationship with God has truly helped solidify it for moving forward.